You said we need to stop uh, revealing that we are into tricking or we support tricking. Did you say that?
Yes.
Why?
Because then you wouldn't be able to stay on that. It comes back to the cognitive dissonance, right? Like on one side of it, if you support tricking, you support all that stuff, then stop complaining about OF models. Stop complaining about IG girls. Stop complaining about bottle girls. Stop complaining about the girls who basically use their body to their advantage. Stop complaining about SWs. Just don't complain about any of that stuff at all. But what I notice is that the same people who support tricking in their ideology complain about those people. So it's just a little bit of a hypocrisy. So that's why I say that. Not because I actually think y'all should stop. I actually would love for y'all to just be honest and say you have low self esteem and you have to pay for it. I think that would be great. But y'all just don't want to say
You
that.
think it's a matter of, so you think us supporting tricking is a matter of us having low self esteem?
Yes.
Us, the ones who have the,
Yes.
how do you suppose us deal with the women who are not worth anything more than tricking? See, we got women that come in this very space that haven't showcased that they can be worthy of maintaining the foundation of being a wife. So the only thing that is left is for a monetary exchange. So if you want us to do away with tricking, then you're not being fair to the women who are not worthy of marriage.
Well, I think you just tried to create a false equivalence there. And I love the soft voice that you tried to just do that, like with the honey butter or whatever that
Try not
was.
to get hung up
But
on my
like I
charm
no
and
no
focus
no
on
no
the
it wasn't
conversation.
charm. But let me just kind of just be clear. If a woman is not worth something, you wouldn't pay for it at all. At all. If she is not
You
worth
twisted my words.
well, hold on.
I said she wasn't worthy of
One
marriage. Doesn't
second.
mean she's not worthy
One
for
second, one
$50
second.
and a couple of
One
back
second.
shots.
What's what? Oh, $50. STIs. Oh boy. Um, so here's the thing. We're getting real low. This conversation is getting a little bit cheap for me. But let me go ahead and try to engage.
Oh, what's your price?
Let me go ahead and try to engage. So if we're going to be honest about this dialogue, I do not believe relationships should be transactional. I do believe in reciprocity, right? However, because we live in capitalism and thus in this system, everyone is dehumanized. Everyone is a dollar and cents. Everybody. And so every relationship we have, every friendship, every marriage, or whatever, it comes down to that. And you guys are making it clear that this is what you believe in, but then you turn around and cry about the fact that you've created a system and you continue to promote a system that puts dollar and cents on your feelings. No one cares about your feelings if you have created a system that requires women to survive by proximity to you guys when you guys are the ones who control the money. So, yeah, no, I don't really like, I don't feel bad for you. But what I will say is, I do not believe it's in any way indicative of what it should. To Truth Point said, if I'm paying alimony, I should have access. That is what I deem to be problematic. And you're telling me it is not problematic, but then telling me about $50 hookers. I'm confused.
I don't recall speaking on alimony and access, but you can ask me a question about it.
That's what I was speaking on when you chimed in and asked me a question.
So are you insinuating that True saying he should have access to the box if he's paying alimony? Has he got a
Well,
strong
yeah, if you
argument?
were listening to the context of why you asked me a question, yes, that's what I was speaking to.
Is it a strong argument?
It's a weak argument. That's why I was contesting it. It's
How
not
is it
strong.
weak?
I think I maybe want you to catch up because I don't know if you weren't listening, but now you want me to re explain something I already explained why it was weak.
Well, just pass it. Just pass off of it. If you don't have the pretty
I,
intellect to be able to,
no, it's not intellect, it's energy.
okay.
It's patience and energy. I don't have
But
that.
I recall Pearl saying something about pro marriage. I think you just, and this ain't a dig at you. I think I'm gonna just piggyback off of you. It sounded like that was a question at hand, whether or not you pro marriage or whatever. I'm pro outcome. Whatever outcome you desire, I think you should go after it, and you shouldn't care what nobody else think about it. And if that's marriage, that's marriage. If that's tricking, trick on. There's enough women out here that is not worthy of marriage, and they're proving it every day that they don't even want to be in it. So we have to compensate for that population of untamed vagina, so to speak, and being able to indulge in that whenever we need to burn off some steam. Because there's a lot of guys that's just not willing to sign up for the covenant of marriage because of the laws. And I think if they do make a drastic change, some of the changes I think Pearl listed or somebody, then you might see an uptick, uprise in the increased rate of people signing up for marriage. But until then, uh, it's pro outcome and it's tricking. Your tricking is up. Go for it. That's your prerogative. And I'll yield. I got one more thing. I'm shocked that we was able to. I was shocked when I heard y'all talking about the divorce. That's a surprise for me. I thought that was like territory that we couldn't touch on this network, but I'm surprised we was able to humble ourselves and embrace that indeed is something important to talk about. So I got to say I'm very very proud of this panel for embracing the concept that we do need to talk about divorce when we're talking about marriage and relationships. I appreciate it. I think my job uh, or task that I sought out to fulfill was completed, and I
Uh-huh.
yield.
Uh-huh. Hey,
Well,
dog.
so
Mm-hmm.
so
Patty.
so Darwin, I think that it would actually be odd if we didn't talk about um, divorce sometimes when we talk about marriage, just because it's a very probable outcome. It would be like teaching your kids about sex without teaching them how to protect themselves, right? Or understanding what the consequences could be, whether it be, you know, stars or offspring, right? There is a point that I wanted to kind of go back on. This is a little old, but still, I think we have to be more mindful of who we lie with, right, and who we decide to create offspring with. And but I think it's important to note that it's not a large group of men who are doing it, right? There's a very small group of men that are creating a very large portion of the children, right? So we're not, because I think that a lot of people get the idea that men are just, slinging sausage out here, and that's not really the case. Like, if the people who are a good portion of us are protected, we're not all like just out here getting it in and getting everybody pregnant all willy nilly. But there's some people who do it a lot, right? And we've seen it, and we've held them accountable, including on this panel. That's not something that any of us that are present today support. So we give those men hell anytime we do see them, believe it or not,
You
because
talking about the man
that's
that's
just
going
as
around here infecting people, or what are you talking about?
well. No, no, no. Like just having children
Oh,
recklessly.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we none of us really support that. We understand the importance of fatherhood. We champion for that. Like we support men who are great fathers. We encourage men to stay in their children's lives, and we try to encourage men to spread themselves thin rather than. We understand the whole be fruitful, but you don't want your children everywhere, right? Because you want to at least have the opportunity for them to be in the same household. So most of us really, that's how we really roll. And I know that we we have different ideas of what it is out here, and I understand the whole, tricking thing, but that's something different, right? That's not where we're actually having children with those types of people, right? And it's a shame that there are some women who are objectified. I can't really stand behind it. I'm not going to go hard against the whole tricking aspect, but I can't really get behind it because of it's a shame that that's what we're looking at. A lot of the jobs are going away, so it's probably a harsh reality. It's probably a harsh reality within the anybody who's doing like the economic studies and looking at what's going on. I could see a lot of people are going to be doing things that are more nefarious. There are enough women that are quitting their lawyer jobs and teacher jobs to decide to do OF. So I could only imagine what will probably happen when your back is against the wall. So yeah, I'm hitting a lot of head shaking. Somebody disagrees with the trends.
No, I agree.